Okay. Today is the start of something brand new I've been thinking about doing for a while. My name is Welbon Omar Salaam. I am a student of motivational videos from YouTube. And I come online to regurgitate in my own way all of the things that I've learned from all of my mentors, like Ty Lopez, like Les Brown, like Mark Victor Hansen, like Zig Ziglar, like Jim Rohn. These are my guys. These are the guys I look up to. And I look up to them for certain things. Each of them have a different thing they bring to the table. Like Ty Lopez, he brings reading books to the table. Simple. Warren Buffett did that. You know what I'm saying? My guy from SpaceX, Elon Musk, Tesla guy, he did that. You know, grew up reading books. Obvious, simple success strategies. That's Think and Grow Rich right there. Then you can read your way to success. On my other guy, Les Brown, he's all about greatness from within. You get what I'm saying? Like, you already have all of the tools you need on the inside. All you have to do is realize that, and structure yourself accordingly. My man Jim Rohn always used to let me know how to do the baby steps. See your vision in your head of what you want to be, right? Write it down. Then take baby steps every day to get towards it. Every day, a little step closer to your goal, a little step closer to your goal, a little step closer to your goal. And eventually you look up and one day you'll have that goal. Universe only says yes. Stuff like that. My guy, Mark Victor Hansen, oh man. Chicken soup for the soul. I'll just say chicken soup for the soul. You look it up. Oh. We got some firefighters in the middle of the street here. I'm gonna pause this and we'll get right back to it. Okay, well, since we're sitting here waiting for the firefighters to let us through, I'll talk to you a little bit about what Zig Ziglar taught me. Zig Ziglar, basically, this is an overview of some of my motivational mentors. Zig Ziglar used to teach me how to take the person you don't want to be, the person you do want to be, like, let's say, I'm getting it wrong. The person that you most likely want to be like in life. Why do you most likely want to be like them? Thank you. What are the reasons? Dang, that person's ran into a brick wall. I'm not gonna touch this phone again. Just gonna let it record. Why do you most want to be like them in life? What's the reason? Name 3 things why you look up to them. Then find someone who you most not despise, but like you just think that they're a bad person, and you wonder and write 3 things why they're a bad person to you in your own viewpoint, and why you don't moreover why you mostly do not want to be like them. Okay, and then he said, look at the person you want to be like, and model their traits. Model their traits, and then in a year's time, you're gonna look up and ask the same question, do the same exercise, and you'll find that the most likely person that you want to be like is yourself. You know what? Tell you the truth, excuse me, I'm getting my facts wrong. I was talking about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said that. Zig Ziglar, he's real funny. He reminds me of like just a like an uncle I wish I had, because all my uncles are funny, and that's how I remember things. The lessons, I remember the lessons. 1 second. We're gonna come back to Zig. He has a lot. But I'm gonna just talk from the heart real quick. One thing I can say about life is that it's very unpredictable. Always have a backup plan. Oh, put on my hat. But check it. Always have a backup plan. So if you have a job, have a backup plan for another job. If you have a career, have a backup career. If you have money, have a backup money. If you have a car, have a backup car. I had a backup car when I had a car. This was the backup car. The car I had before was a Honda. It lasted 3 years. And got this one as the backup. So when that one went, I had this one. I had a job consistently, and I also, when I got that job, I knew I had to have a backup. Why? Because life is unpredictable. So I had a backup job. I was working, and sometimes I worked that job, sometimes I wouldn't, but I'd always keep it on the radar for me. So guess what? When this job finally folded, hey, guess what? I can pick this other job right back up where I left off, like nothing ever happened. Okay? Backup plans. Life, you need backup plans. Life is very unpredictable. In fact, you'll get so behind in life if you don't plan. Planning is the key to success. Not time management, not motivational speaking, not praying and wishing for it to happen. Trust me, you can pray. God deserves worship. Period. He created us. Also, motivational speaking is good for inspiration, for that drive to get you going. It can't do anything for you past that in the physical realm. It can just get you going. Okay? I listen to motivational tapes every other day. But the key to success is planning. Because planning puts it in perspective, your goals. Even the stuff you just want to do. I just want to do it. I just want to do this thing. Okay, how do you do that thing? No matter if it's something for you to benefit from or something that'll detriment you. It still needs a plan or it won't come true. They say that it's easy to fail, hard to succeed. I think that's backwards. If you plan, it'll be hard to fail and easy to succeed, because all of your instructions are right there. If you write it out and you look at it every day, if you look at it every single day, let's just open up one of my notebooks here. It's any notebook. At any given time, I have a notebook just around. Always have a notebook. That's my thing. Always have something to write something on. But try to condense it. Try to keep it consolidated into like a 3-ring binder, a notebook, or something. Look, Thursday, June 1st, 2017. What's that? 5 days ago. I go here at 9 o'clock, here at 11 a.m., here at 4 p.m., here at 5:30. Okay? That's one day. What else over here? Thursday, April 6, 2017. I said who I owe. I said what to give them to resolve that debt. Who to call to get what. Ask someone where something is. Call this person and tell them this. Pay these things, pay that thing, contact this person, tell them my intentions. Simple stuff. Oh, but all that was inside my head. All that was rambling around inside of my head. And I wouldn't have gotten any of this done had I not wrote it down. Once you write it down, it's in your face. It's in your face. Stick it up here. So when I'm like, oh man, I forgot what I was trying to do. Boom! Oh! Call this person. Oh crap, what time is it? Almost that time. Boom! Time to go. Do it. Everybody talks about motivational speaking, motivational training, or them motivational tapes. Oh, you ain't gonna learn nothing from that. I'm trying to actually be practical. I know I do a lot of onomatopoeia, okay? It sounds. I'm sound guy, okay? But that's the only way I remember. If it's funny to me, I'll remember it, all right? The whole thing about planning is that it has to be in your face. I am a visual learner as well as an auditory learner. So if it's funny, I remember it. If I hear it and it's funny, I remember it. And if I see it in my face, I remember it. I'm like a mix between the two. Excuse me. Look. I don't know if I told y'all about this yet. Stop, think, act. Simple stuff. I try to keep this around my wrist. Funny story, how I got this. I wasn't looking where I was going, and somebody else picked up a $100 bill at my feet. That's what changed everything for me. Everything changed that day. The man that picked it up looked at me and said, "This was right at your feet. You didn't see this?" I said, "No, I was looking somewhere else." Infatuated with the brickwork of some building across the street and how straight the lines were in the geometry. Some architectural buff stuff. Okay? But the point of the matter was I did not look down. I wasn't looking down. It was at my feet. And I needed that money just as well as he did. But I told him, I said, it was meant for you. And he looked at me and said, "Let me give you something." He took this band off his arm and gave it to me. I've been wearing this band ever since. I don't ever take it off. Ever. For the simple fact that I haven't been stopping. I haven't been thinking. I've just been acting. You can't do one of the three. You got to do all three. In that order. Stop. Think. Act. It's like stop, drop, and roll. You're not going to put the fire out if you just do one. Or I'm going to roll. You're going to burn up in the air. Or I'm just going to stop. You're going to fry to a crisp. Or I'm just going to drop. You're going to melt on the ground. You have to do every one of them. Stop and drop. You're on the ground. What I'm saying is, even in business, you either have to be cheaper, faster, or just plain better. Now you can't be just one. Oh, I'm cheaper than everybody else. Yeah, but you're slow, and your quality is crap. Okay. Oh well, I'm better than everybody else. Yeah, but you're slower again, and you're very expensive. Oh well, I'm faster than everybody else. Yeah, but your quality is crap, and you're very expensive. So it doesn't pan out to be one thing. Got to at least be two. No, I don't think people that are starting out in business, or even some more successful companies, are all three. Cheaper, faster, and better. You got to be coming from China straight, direct, to be cheaper. To be better. I don't even think that they're faster, because when you think about it, when you order stuff from China, from America, we're in America. I'm in America. When you order stuff from China in business, or even in consumer products, you have to wait like a long time to get through that packet airmail stuff. It's gotten a lot faster nowadays. But I believe they're not faster. because it got to come from across the world through customs and all of this stuff and into the country. And then it gets on our grid and it goes through the delivery methods that it goes through. But so that's one thing that's not faster. Amazon Prime, I would say, I'm not endorsing them. I'm saying they're good. You know, you get the two-day shipping. That's fast. That's faster than most. Better. I get a lot of good stuff from China, I would say. So I would say Amazon, the better side, it really is not there, but it's faster and it's cheap. Well, hold on now. Yeah, it's faster, but I have to pay that subscription for that Amazon Prime. But you do get a lot of stuff. You do get a lot of perks, but that's only if you're looking at the total picture of it. You know, like movies and stream movies. They got Kindle Unlimited under there, or something like that. You know, it's just some perks. I think that's a different subscription. I'm getting off topic. But the basics of you have to be 2 out of 3 of everything. 2 out of 3. So when I says stop, think, and act, you have to at least do 2 of those. You know, stop and think, man. You know, think and act, man. Or stop, then act, man. Something. You can't just keep acting. That was my problem. I was just go from one thing to the other thing, from this thing to the other thing. Oh, wait, this person calls me. Let me go to that thing, without actually stopping and thinking. What's on my schedule? Go back to the list. All right. Let me check my schedule. That's the number one thing I always used to hear people in the movies say. They say, "Oh, can you pick that up by this time?" Hold on a second. Let me check my schedule. They were telling you something. The world doesn't work like you think it works. It either works or it doesn't work. My mother used to say that if it works on paper, then it can work in real life. You know, it could work in real life. But if it don't work on paper, I should expect it to work in real life. So that means work it out. Work out the numbers. Oh, dang it. I did the math and it don't add up. Okay, how do I adjust this? Okay, now these are the new projections. Okay, so this is where it came from. Okay, so this is what I have to do. Okay, so I have to put these 2 things together. Okay, so I got to get this one thing first. Okay, back up, backtrack. Always backtrack. Do your goal, then do the how do you get to that goal? And how do you get to that, to get to that, to get to that goal? Well, what do you need to do to get to that, to get to that, to get to that goal? Well, what do you need to be to get to where you need to get to do what you need to do to get to that goal? Or what people do you need to see to get to where you need to be, to get to what you need to do do this, to get to do that, to get to that goal? See what I'm saying? Backtrack it all the way to the point where that little baby step you can do today. My brother taught me that. Write down your goal and backtrack it all the way up to baby steps. Welbon Omar Salaam. You know, my mother is Rona Sutton. Y'all can check them out. They're real good people. The reason that I'm saying paper is because paper is like stone. I mean, my little my pencil can be rubbed off, so I try to start writing in ink. But it's like stone. Once you write it in there, your thoughts are in there. So if you forget something, it's right here. If somebody tries to tell you off about something, it's still right here. If you start changing your mind, it's right here. If you start feeling bad about it, it's still right here. Still right here. Years later, when you look back and you forgot all about that project you had, it's right here. Oh, dang. That was a good idea. Ooh. Well, I got the money to do it now. I was just wondering what to put the money on. Oh, this thing right here. Man, that was a good idea. Oh, I was broke then? When was this? 2 years ago. Wow, I was thinking like that. Paper lets you look into your into your life, into your life's work. You need to have a life's work, a journal of your life's work. That's why I do every day a different sheet of paper. I'm trying to get it down to every day. Excuse me. I'm trying to get it down to every day. You can see April 6th. Then, what's this one? June 1st or something like that. I got another one that got some more dates in it. It was a lot more close together. But it's not every single day. You need to do it every single day. Pre-plan. Either the night before or the morning of. Morning of is kind of pushing it. Because now, you don't get to call who you need to call to set up what you need to do for your day. You can do that the day before. So like in the afternoon before people get off their jobs, before businesses close, before you go pick up their kids, before they sit down and eat their dinner and conclude their day and start planning for their next day, you're already pre-planning for your next day. So your next day could be as successful as you can make it. As successful as you can make it. At like bare minimum, it should be success. Bare minimum. So when you think of planning, think of paper. Always have a pencil handy. I can't stress that enough. Pencil or pen. Keep it with you. I've lost so many pens, so many pencils, it's ridiculous. I'm like the Scribe King because I just keep pens on me right low. I'm checking. Oh, there goes my Bluetooth. Keep that handy. Let's see. Pause. Okay, I can't find a pen. That's the problem. See? Bad. If I had an idea, $1 billion idea right now, couldn't write it down. I'd forget it. And you be in the oddest place where you can't find anything. Okay? Yeah, there we go. Pencil. I had to scour the entire car just to find one pencil. This is your friend. This is your moneymaker. This is your planner. This is your decision maker. This is your skill builder. This is your fantasizer. This is a deliverer of mental creation. This is your scribe, your chisel point. All these things, this one little thing is. But there's two things you gotta have. You gotta have to keep it sharp, like your mind. And no eraser. Don't back up. Everything that you put down, keep it that way. Don't erase. That was a thought. If you got a scratch to it, strike through it once. But always keep, I only say that to say, know what you meant and what you didn't mean. Because when you look back, you'll know what you didn't want and you'll know what you wanted. Okay? Oh, I changed my mind right here. Well, why did I change my mind? Oh, because these new thoughts right here. To understand oneself, oh man, I believe that'll make you a success right there. Well, at least that's the building blocks of success. To know yourself, know what kind of learner you are, know what kind of worker you are, know what kind of genius that exists inside. Put it down on paper. Start studying yourself. Because once you start writing down what you want, you'll understand what kind of person you are, what kind of outlook you have. Negative, positive, big goals, little goals, long-term goals, short-term goals. Are you an immediate gratification needing type of person? Or can you wait it out? There was a study done, I believe it was called the Marshmallow Theory, where they had a group of kids that came in and they all gave them a marshmallow, right? And then they said, we'll give you another marshmallow now. We'll give you one marshmallow now, right? Or if you can wait 20 minutes, wait an hour, excuse me. We'll give you, I know I'm messing the story up, but it was the concept I'm trying to get. We'll give you 3 marshmallows later. That's called delaying the gratification. If you can delay the gratification till later, you get 3, versus just another 1 right now. And most of them ate the one right now. There was only a few that waited to the end. Please look that up. It's called the Marshmallow Theory, I believe. I'm new to this motivational speaking thing, but it doesn't mean I'm not supposed to have my facts straight. So don't quote me on that. But I just like the concept that arose out of it, that most people want instant gratification, no matter what they have to give up later. And that's how life is. You'll get more down the road if you just took the time to, be patient. Wow, that's crazy. You gotta take the time to be patient. There's no extra time. Someone once said that the billionaire and the beggar both have 24 hours in a day. But there's a key difference on how they think. Another person said that the beggar and the billionaire, they have different mindsets on what shapes their future. The beggar lets the past of all his failures and his stagnations in his life determine his day. But the billionaire refreshes his mind. He starts fresh every day, brand new. Nothing from the past. He builds from today, from zero today. He knows he's going to be successful because he has all the skills, all the skills necessary to make it. Everything that I need for success is right here. Why haven't I seen that for the past 31 years? Now I work out. I go to the gym. Now I look positive on myself because no negativity can pull me down. I care less about what people think. I care more about what I feel. And I used to and still feel a lot, but it was because of the negative thoughts and feelings and opinions of others that I didn't think was negative. I thought it was just, constructive criticism. But it was weighing me down. I think less about that now and more about what the outcome could be if I were to just stay positive and not worry about what other people think. There was a great person that said, what would your life be like if you didn't care about what people thought about you? What do you think about you? And that just brings me to a very, very, very vivid, crisp place, a crisp image of myself at my greatest. And I keep it in my mind. I want to be that inventor. Write it down. That's right. Because I don't just like talking. Inventor. I want to be a mathematician. I want to go explore space. Maybe not be out there, okay? But I want to look at it. So we're going to say not astronomer, but not astronaut, but astronomer. I like geodomes, geodesic domes, geodesic. How you spell geodesic? Geodesic. Geodesic. No, there's no extra C in it. Okay, geodesic domes, dome homes. Back in the 90s, it was all the rage. I used to see it in Popular Science. Yeah, those things survive not earthquakes, but like hurricanes and stuff like that. Geodesic homes. I want to build 13 geodesic homes. Why? For my family, all my family. Also, I want 15 square acres. You know, put those geodesic homes on. I want a better quality of life for my children. Better quality of life for my children. See that? Or if you can't see, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I want to better. No, you don't start a sentence like that. I want to increase the legibility of my handwriting. If I slow down, I can write extra. Because it's just chicken scratch. And I'm tired of saying, oh, please don't mind my chicken scratch. How long am I going to say that? Huh? Oh, sorry about my chicken scratch. Well, how long you going to be chicken scratch? That's what I'm starting to realize. So now, every time I write goals, I put that in there. Even though I've never done it. Even though I've never started it. The things that I haven't accomplished keep popping up on my brain. So I keep putting it in my lists. Even in my new lists, I put that in there. Increase the legibility of my handwriting. Until one day I say, man, I'm going to do that. Everything else is checked off my list. Or these things are not as important as this. Or these things aren't as imminent as this. Or these other things on the list aren't the now things. These are the long-term things. This could be now. Oh, I got 2 hours to myself. Let me go on the computer and download a Windows 10 app, or go on the Android and download an Android app, right? And then start learning how to increase the legibility of my handwriting. That way, I'll be a better communicator. Written. Orally, I'm getting there. But we can put that too. Because I don't like jumbling over my words. I really want to say what I have to say. Sometimes it takes me a little long to spit out what it is that I was thinking. Because I wasn't thinking much. I just had a feeling of what I wanted to say. And it just didn't come. It didn't. I couldn't put it into words. So this big blank. I used to say a lot. Yeah, and I was a big Oh, look at that. Found the pen on the floor. So let's put this in a certain place. Right there. All right? And we're going to actually switch from pencil to pen. So that this will last a lot longer on the paper. Oh, let me cut this car off. They're wasting gas. Do not waste gas. Guys, this is the first video that I've ever done just speaking about topics that I wish I would have learned. Hope everybody's all right. Topics that I wish I would have learned and adhered to, because I learned some of these things as a youth. Like I told you, my mother told me some things, my brother told me some things, but I didn't adhere to them. When they say take heed, that's what it means, to adhere to. Be humble. They got a song out right now. Sit down, be humble. I like that little part. Just that little part. It makes sense. But for some reason, being humble takes a pride cut, ego cut. You gotta stop yourself. When you get that, you'll get that feeling. You get that feeling where I'm overstepping the bounds just a little bit. I shouldn't say this to this person. I shouldn't do that to that person. I shouldn't take that. I shouldn't do that. You get that feeling of right and wrong in your gut. I can even describe it without getting too much off topic. It's a hot and cold sensation in the pit of your stomach. That's what it is. When you feel like that, oh, wait a minute. Something's up. My spider sense is tingling. That's what that is. That's your spider sense. Okay? But when I say that you have to pause. I remember, you take heed. Okay? Take heed. Take heed to what people are telling you. Especially if they're older. They've been here longer. Just think of it like that. Don't think of it like, I gotta respect them, and they can disrespect me. No. Respect is a two-way street. If you find somebody disrespecting you, and they ask you to respect them, it just can't be. It just can't be. They have to show you respect as well, but don't demand it first. You give it first. That's why then you receive it. But if you don't receive it in a reciprocal fashion, then you'll know. Just pick your mentors a little wiser. But then what I was saying was to take heed. Take heed to people that are older than you because they've been here longer, and necessarily they've been here longer, so they've went through a lot more. And they did the trial and the error. And that's how we learn. We learn through trial and error. I have a lot of brothers and sisters older than me. Okay? I learned what not to do through my brothers and sisters. But also some things in life I knew not to do, and I did them anyway. And you learn from those things. I'm not saying go out and commit a whole bunch of crimes. I'm not talking about crimes here. I'm talking about learning experiences. Dare to be great. Someone once said, dare to step into the direction of your dreams. Dare to boldly step into the direction of your dreams. If I'm quoting Les Brown wrong, please excuse me, Les. I'm trying. But, oh dang. That the trash man? Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so, that was the trash man. And he had already taken the trash. I just put the little trash cans back in that. It was a little cold, so I had to get a little sweater. Now, look. Our last topic was to make sure that you take heed to older people because they've been here longer. They've done more trial and error. But watch out for, they call them naysayers, but some naysayers are good. They're not all bad. They're not all trying to steal your dream. You just have to know who's been in your circle, who knows you, who can benefit you. It's a gut feeling. Person gives you a bad vibe, a creepy vibe, go with your gut feeling. You can't protect yourself enough. But if somebody like gives you, they come from an unbiased point of view, like literally a stranger, giving you good advice, and it has nothing to do with them personally, or you doing something for them personally. If it's just advice in a general manner, take it under advisement. Because some people seek to help others just for the reason of helping. Okay? That type of advice is great. Is great and it's free. But then you got the World Wide Web. You can go online on YouTube, just like you found this video, or Facebook. And, little motivational tweets out there, little motivational things, little words of wise men and wise women, excuse me, that give you a sense of direction if you have no direction, or if you seek more direction. I believe that smart people seek smarter people, and you know, you don't want to be the smartest person in your group. I think Ty Lopez told me that. Pick a new group. But there's a lot of things we can talk about, but we're gonna chop that up in the next video. I don't want to keep this too long. I know we're at 40 minutes already. I've never talked 40 minutes. So we'll bring this into the next video, and y'all have a good day. Oh, one last thing. Save your money. We're gonna get into that next time. Save your money. All right, that'll be our next topic, and I'll tell you what to do with it. Peace.